Hello, my name is Eugen from Prokuria, and in this short video I will show you the supplier directory and how easy it is to add suppliers to Prokuria. This is the dashboard of Prokuria, and in order to access the supplier directory we need to click on suppliers, and here it is. This is the default version of the supplier directory. We can definitely customize it and add, for example, more columns if needed. We can filter by different categories, for example, and we can also group all the suppliers. Let's say we want to group by country. This is how the supplier directory will look like. In order to add a new supplier, we'll click on add supplier and simply complete all this information. In order to make things easier, I will show you an already existing supplier for your reference. First, we have the summary section where we have the name, the tax ID from the specific country, an address, country, website, phone, and also we can add whatever notes we want for certain suppliers. Whenever completing a section, click on edit, and at the end, please don't forget to save. On the internal info, we have the status of the supplier, which can be either draft, active, or inactive. We can add as many categories as we want for a supplier. For example, this supplier is used to buy furniture from, and that's why one of the categories has been furniture. But we can define other categories and assign it as well. The segment refers to the classification of the suppliers, and by default we have tier 1, 2, and 3, but we can also add other types of classifications as well. The risk, here we can mark the supplier as green, yellow, or red based on what level of risk we feel the supplier poses to the company. We can also define custom tags, and I have used these tags to simply define what we buy from the supplier. The external ID is used whenever we want to have this information exported to a third party, like an ERP. And in order to make this possible, we will assign an external ID to a supplier so that this information communicates better with the ERP in question. And also the owner, which is the person responsible for the certain supplier. The additional fields are not part of the default structure of a supplier page in Prokuria. However, I have added them as they were required for the supplier, but we can also add more. If we edit the page design, we will see that we can add other fields as well. We have many types of fields, and we can customize them according to our needs. Moving back to the supplier, we have the contacts section where we can define the contacts that we have from a certain supplier and with whom we communicate and we use in sourcing events, for example. We can also add more contacts as well. In the contracts section, whenever the buyer signs a contract with a supplier and the contract is added in Prokuria in the contracts repository, we can assign the contract to a certain supplier and they will appear here. More details on the subject can be seen in the contracts video. Also, the scorecards. In the scorecards section, we can assign certain scores to suppliers. How we do this? We assign certain criteria, we assign some values, and then some scores for them, for the answers, and based on that we can make a scorecard. For example, in this case the supplier has a score of 88 out of 100. We can have as many scorecards as we want for a supplier, however we can only have one that is active. Also, we have an attachment section where we can add links or documents related to the supplier. I have added an NDA that the buyer has with the supplier, and also in the comments section, last but not least, we can start an internal thread with our colleagues. For example, we can ask for legal issues or commercial issues or whatever we need with the internal users. This has been a short overview of how the supplier directory works in Prokuria. If you have any questions on this subject or simply want to learn more about Prokuria, please feel free to contact us via the contact form on prokuria.com. Have a good day.